Hello students, welcome to yet another session of political science. Today we are going to discuss about the chapter of US hegemony. You already know certain parts of this chapter are being curtailed by CBSE. So whatever is left out is the part of the Gulf War and another part where we have to study about the attacks which were launched on this twin towers of World Trade Center. So let us begin. First and foremost, what is the meaning of US hegemony? So, the word hegemony means influence or the impact that this country has on world politics. See, when we talk about USA, then we generally use the word America to refer United States of America. But then we forget that Americas actually are referring to the twin continents of North America and South America, while US is only one country of the American continent. But still, we use the term America when we mention USA. So, this expression itself shows the influence that this country has in world politics. Other than this, uh, in our eating, in our drinking, whether that is Coca Cola, whether that is any chips, say Lay's, and so on. Whether we talk in context of education, then this degree of MBA, and likewise, wherever you look into life, we are following the trends of um, this American country. Whatever they are wearing, we wear that. Whatever the manner they are talking, we are talking in that pattern. Whatever they are following in educational trend, we are trying to walk in their footsteps. So this also shows the influence of this country. Now, the beginning of a new world order was an expression used by the US President H.W. Bush. See students, you are well aware that after 1991, after the disintegration of USSR, many things changed in world politics. There was no competitor against USA, and without realization, slowly and gradually USA took the place of one superpower and started dominating the world politics. So in this advent, in August 1990, Iraq invaded the neighboring country Kuwait, and Kuwait was very well known for its oil wells. Iraq and other Saudi Arabian countries are also known for their oil resources. So Iraq wanted to take over the oil resources of Kuwait, but it did not know that Kuwait had secretly entered into a pact with USA, where it had made agreements with the US government. And without any alarm, when Iraq had invaded Kuwait, then all the ministers, all the high officials, they fled off from the country, and the people and the country was left on its own fate. So as I told you that USA was very much interested in the oil resources, USA did not like this intervention made by Iraq. And the president H.W. Bush, he called for an emergence of a new world order, and he said that this uh, aggressive step taken by Iraq is not welcomed, and nothing can be done against the human rights of people of a country or the rights of a country. So a war was launched against Iraq, and a massive coalition force of 6,60,000 troops from 34 countries, they gathered and they fought against Iraq, and ultimately it was defeated, and this whole incident was known as the First Gulf War. And also in the meanwhile, the United Nations had launched an operation called the Operation Desert Storm under the leadership of General Norman Schwarzkopf. So he was also taking charge, and then with the initiative taken by these countries, ultimately Iraq, which was being headed by the president Saddam Hussein, who was one of the dictators, a very popular dictator of his times, he had threatened USA and had promised the mother battle of all battles. Forgive as I have forgotten to write the word mother here. So he promised that it would be the mother battle of all battles, but once this battle started, he came to understand the difference between the two countries that were warring with each other. First and foremost, USA was fully equipped with modern technology like smart bombs, computer war, video game war. Such names were given to this war. Why? Because this entire war was being covered and was being shown on television networks. So people were sitting in the comfort of their drawing rooms, and they were watching and keeping a track of how the things were moving in this war. So this term is used, and a question is asked by CBSE that what do you mean by video game war, or which war is known as the video game war or computer war. Then you have to remember that the first Gulf War is known as this video game war. Now this was being fought in the year 1990. Now moving further, US had used this whole incident in a very tactical and systematic form, and it made way more money from countries like Germany, from countries like Japan and Saudi Arabia than it had actually spent on this war. And it pleaded the countries that we should stand firmly against such steps taken by dictators. So in name of democracy, in name of human rights, this country made quite a lot of money. Now moving further, after George Bush, after W. Bush, who came into power, then the president called William Jefferson, or Bill Clinton, popularly known as Bill Clinton, he came to power in 1992, and rather than involving himself in world politics, he started taking more and more interest in internal affairs like soft issues of democracy, then climatic change and world trade likewise. So he started indulging in himself in these issues rather than aggressive issues. But two incidents here worth a mention. One is the Yugoslavian action against Slobodan Milosevic. Now in class 9th you have already read that what had happened in the city of Kosovo. Here what had happened, that the two groups were fighting, and against the Albanian population, the other groups were fighting. So here ultimately the air forces of the NATO countries led by USA had to bombard the targets, and then they removed Slobodan Milosevic, and they had to station the NATO force in Kosovo to re-establish peace here. Another incident, that another significant incident was that during the Clinton years, the US embassies in Nairobi, that is a city of Kenya, and Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, here in 1998, bombardings were being carried out, and the terrorist group of Al Qaeda took responsibility of these actions. So here President Clinton had ordered Operation Infinite Reach, and through a series of cruise missiles, the terrorist spots of Al Qaeda were targeted. specifically in areas of in countries like Sudan and Afghanistan. And this is also worth a mention. And the UN sanctioned the provisions of international law in this regard. So here this is one again another example of US hegemony in context of terrorist groups. So this much for today. Please read the pages of your book for a better understanding. Thank you.